Everybody, this is Jay Nanda, San Antonio Metal Music Examiner, on board the 70,000 tons of metal cruise for the second year in a row. Coming at you as we're sailing back from the Grand Cayman Islands on our way to Miami, Florida. As you can see the ocean in the background, I am here with one of the members of one of the 42 bands on board, man who needs no introduction to all you thrashers out there. Lead singer of Overkill, Blitz, Ellsworth. How are you, my man?
I'm the stowaway.
Great to see you.
Right, dude.
Thanks. We finally got you here. How's it going? Well, to give you a little insight, Overkill finally on board after a few delays, or a few hours delays the first night.
Yep.
Your set got pushed back. Each band is playing 2 sets, and Overkill finally played last night a killer show with a crowd on the pool deck that was just massively filled. And of course, this is your first time here with the guys, and I'm assuming some family members. Just give us general impressions for you, what it's like to be on this atmosphere, playing on the boat, being on a cruise. Your impressions.
This is the way it should be. This is high class. This is high class metal. We're really having a pisser here because, as Jay said, we have so many bands on here. I know so many of these guys. We're doing everything from drinking to excess to losing money in casinos, and then somewhere in between that happens headbanging all day long. So your choices are always something really positive out here. So it's I never would have thought that 30 years ago when I started in Overkill that we would really do a cruise. This is actually pretty cool. I look forward to doing another one.
And I got a kick out of last night after one of the songs. You said thank you in about 3 languages. Because there's just so many nations represented there. If you had done the language of every nation represented, we got word that there are 55 countries represented on the ship.
I mean, I met
you
guys
might still be doing it right now.
Saudi Arabia and a guy from Iran, and I mean, it just goes on, and it's really kind of wild. I think predominantly it's probably Americans and Germans.
Yes.
Predominantly, but there's Australians and Canadians and English and really fun.
And, you know, we talked about you're going to go on stage again tonight, 11:30 tonight. Overkill has another killer set waiting. Last time we talked was right outside Austin, Texas, Emo's East, in April of 2010. It was, Ironbound had been out for about 5 or 6 months, I want to say, at that time. And I remember asking you and telling you that I thought it was a top 3 Overkill record easily. And you had said, give me a year or so I can let it sink in, and then
forget nothing.
Now
I was avoiding the question.
Now you can't avoid it. We're on the open seas. It's been 2 years now since Ironbound's been out. But, I mean, you don't have to rank it or anything, but as far as, you know, are you happy with that record? And give us an update on the next record.
You know, obviously very happy with it. It was a great success for us, the Ironbound record, in regard to what opportunities it afforded us afterwards. So it's a lot of touring. There's a lot of festivals. We hit 4 corners of the earth. I think everything but Africa we hit for the Ironbound record. So it's, you know, the idea is that if that's the way the record's received, it's a huge success. From a personal level, if you listen to it, I'll put it down.
Yeah.
I do think so. And I do think so because of its cohesiveness. And I probably talked about this when we were at Emo's this on the bus. But it's a cohesive record. It sounds like it should be listened to from start to finish, in my opinion. Not that, I like track 2 and track 6. I like the record. So that's, in my opinion, from a personal perspective, that's what says success.
Awesome. Well, what about the new record? I know you guys are working on new material. Do you have any release date, titles, anything you can tell us?
Last week of March, it's released.
Awesome.
It's called The Electric Age. It is done, mixed by Greg Healy. Has worked in the past with Machine Head and Fear Factory. Actually, Sarah McLaughlin.
Oh, wow.
I mean, this guy's really eclectic, you know, but it's unique. It's done 10 days ago. You know, my fingers are still warm. But you know, the idea behind this record was not to try to follow anything up with regard to what follows Ironbound. It's to do what we normally do. Because I think that once you start fucking around with formulas, you can really ruin things. You know, the purity is about doing it because you want to do it. One of the things that Overkill's always had, because of that philosophy, is to be able to offer contemporary music and still be old parts. Well, it's true though. I mean, and that's what's important. We don't want to relive what we've done. We want to be able to have something that has value with regard to 2012, not value from 1986. So I see Electric Age
any chance of a world premiere debut of a new song for tonight's set, for this special occasion on the ship?
I'll hum you one.
Alright, once the camera goes on, right? Okay. Alright, fair enough, fair enough.
We can't, our drummer is actually, I don't know if you noticed last night, Ronnie broke his hand, and Eddie Garcia's filling in for him. Eddie's actually from a band called Blitz Texas. Yeah, El Paso. And he's our sound man, so he's really familiar with this stuff. So he was the no-brainer.
And, you know, a couple of us were waiting outside. I don't know if you know, one of the sort of drawbacks of the trip was the merch line was just absolutely intense yesterday, or 2 days ago, when the stores opened here on boat. Lines were literally 3 hours long to get shirts, CDs of all the bands, of the 70,000 tons cruise liner, and one of the very rare pieces of merchandise that I was waiting for was an Overkill shirt, only to find out you were one of the bands that didn't bring any merchandise. Can you kind of just let people know out there who are on the cruise that are going to watch this afterwards, and the people who didn't make it, just how was the whole line of thinking as far as whether to bring stuff from a band standpoint, whether to not bring merchandise on the boat? Was it any different than a regular gig when you're on tour?
Hugely different. It's the top seller with regard to merchandise on the ship is the cruise shirt itself.
Right.
We talked to our merch people. They said bands of our stature sold with merchandise sold markedly less. What goes along with that is huge tariffs. So you really end up, in some cases, paying to sell shirts. So that's why they said, hey, you know, they're not going to buy them anyway. They're going to buy the 70,000. We'll just save them as special releases for the new record. So maybe it was 4 days, for instance, on the shirt.
And I wanted to ask you, I thought it was a very cool thing you did. I'm a big fan of the Queen of Metal, Doro Pesch, and she celebrated her 25-year anniversary with a DVD that came out 4 or 5 months ago, I think last September, although the concert footage on there was from 2008, and Blitz flew in for that show and was a special guest, one of many special guests, and I know she was very thrilled in the extras on the DVD and the documentary portion. She spoke about how thrilled she was that you flew in for that show, and you know, if you know Blitz or if you don't know him, he's just one of the coolest, most down-to-earth, passionate guys in heavy metal, and very accommodating, as you can see. Did you get the phone call from Doro? I mean, I've got the DVD. It was fantastic seeing you on there. Just talk about, even though it happened a couple of years ago, it just came out 4 months ago.
She knows I have a crush on her.
Is that all it boils down to?
And I'll do anything that she wants. We're very close friends.
Yeah.
And to some degree, I do have a crush on her. You know, professionally,
yeah,
sure.
right.
I think she's top-notch people. And I think that's unique to mine. She's the kind of person that she walks into my dressing room and says hello to my wife first. You know what I mean? And a guy like me who does a lot of traveling really remembers stuff like that. And she'll say, oh, when I see her on the road, first thing out of her mouth is, it's so good to see you, and how's the net? And I say, you know, this is the real deal. We were doing a tour with Motorhead in 07. She'd come to the Dusseldorf show to sing with Lemmy, Born to Raise Hell. And we were sitting backstage, and she said she was doing this DVD, and I said, what day, what time? Easy, just tell me when to be there, and I will be.
Absolutely.
So it was lined up really great. We were off at the time. I went in a little bit before Christmas on a special anniversary show. Filmed the whole thing. Scorpions there. All our friends from German bands. Udo, a bunch of girls from other bands. Lobson, Fleur from Dutch band, Epica. On and on. But in any case, it was just that easy for me. I just wanted to do it because I like her.
Yeah. Well, outstanding. I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure being on this boat for the second time in a row. It's great seeing Overkill. Cannot wait to see them again tonight. Bobby Blitz Ellsworth, thanks so much for taking the time.
It was a pleasure,
It's always
Jay.
a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. For Bobby, this is Jay Nanda, San Antonio Metal Music Examiner, coming to you from the seas of the Atlantic and the Gulf. We'll see you later.